By zero grazing, you're actually getting the total grass grown on the farm. If you look at the sward here, there's no grass left after you. So even look at the colour of it, the regrowth or the revival of the grass is a lot better than if it was poached. If you look at this grass here or this ground here where it's quite soft, you can indent that with your fingers. So you can imagine the damage even today that a cow would do to that land. So if you look then here at the sward itself and look at the density of the sward and the clover within the sward. So this grass is probably 8 inches tall, digestibilities of, I would say, about 84 or 5%. A broadleaf grass, which means quite a bit of it is a tetraploid and a pretty high energy grass. So you can imagine a cow trying to graze this and she's pulling it like that, and the intake on that dictates how much a cow takes in is the number of bites she can take per day and the density of the grass. So if you look here, we've got 100% of the grass, and here through grazing she will actually only get about 60% of this grass. Some she'll walk on, as I showed you there earlier. You know, she'll damage the ground. When she puts her front foot on the ground walking forward, she applies about 68 pounds per square inch of pressure to the ground. Your 620 by 45 tire will apply about 26 pounds. So your zero grazer is only applying about a third of the pressure that a cow would do it. But remember, 4 big wheels, 2 big pans. It's designed to float and designed to avoid compaction. And that's the purpose of the zero grazer. But more she'll dung on and more she'll pee on. So all of that makes her leave at least 20, 25, 30% of the grass behind. We've been zero grazing now non-stop for 9 years. And every 3 years we'd aerate, just in case we were creating compaction. But we've never seen that it has made that much difference. Really, grazing versus zero grazing, I think is widely accepted now that there's about 40% more grass available from the same acre. Taking that into sort of land base, 100 acres can become 140 acres. Imagine if you had to buy the additional 40 acres, it probably cost you 400,000 to get the same grass. The areas you have to look at in order to get the maximum out of this is the breed of grass, the airliness of the grass, I suppose when you're zero grazing, there's no weed control required because you're always getting it at a stage before weeds get to develop. And you have the choice in taking this at whatever level you want. The length of the season is very dependent on the part of the country that you're in. We have people up along Dundalk, Louth, all of that area. We have guys actually that zero graze the 365 days a year because they could get out on dry land. We have guys in Wexford that have had the same. But remember a critical thing that we've seen developing in the last 2 or 3 years. You have your winter and you get out maybe in February. But when you come back into July, August, you have a drought. And that has been common now for almost 3 years, where we've hit a drought period where reserves of feed have been used up, silage and all of that, leaving the winter short. So a guy with a zero grazer has the ability to go back out, take some silage ground before the cost of baling and wrapping and cutting and harvesting and all of that takes place. And of course, if you can get it and feed it as a fresh green grass, digestibility and feed value and energy value is always much higher.